Well, that was
What? We're not going to make that entire conversation public to the audience?
I love Scarecrow, though. He was my favorite thing in the Nolan North movies. I don't need your help. That's not my diagnosis.
All I know
Such
about
a smart ass.
Scarecrow is he seems like the weed guy.
Yeah, except his junk is powerful.
Fuck, what's the term for it?
He laces it.
Wait, that's the verb I was looking for.
Yeah. He laces it. Yes, we are live talking about laced weed.
That was also one of the reasons why I stopped, is because the stream
Hey!
started making sounds, and I'm like, why do I hear my own voice talking to me?
Hey, we're not
Nolan North make. When did he make Batman?
I may have been thinking of Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. I was like sitting there, like I was like.
Well, Criana, where have you been?
Did he voice Batman and I
He
just don't
voiced
realize it?
everyone.
It's just him in his bathtub.
Oh man,
With his action figures.
One of my favorite voice actors, him and Troy Baker, who did a really good Joker. It was very close to Mark Hamill. Troy Baker, not Nolan North.
Yeah, no, they're cute. They're fun. They're a
All
fun
right.
group.
Hi everyone.
Hi!
Hello.
How's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Who would like to give a recap? Criana?
Yeah, okay, here we go. So, last week, there was a throbbing pain and darkness. And then that was about it.
Yeah, headaches suck.
Sounds about right.
Would someone else like to give a different perspective?
Do I get an inspiration?
You know what? Yes, because technically you did give a recap of last week.
Hell yeah, I'll take it.
Get your gold star, you bastard.
Woohoo!
Alright,
Who doesn't have an inspiration?
Arthur. Only Arthur.
Oh boy.
Do you want to do it?
Oh boy. Okay. So from what I remember, we continued on the little dungeon delve into this graveyard. We encountered the lady after a very quick little circuit of the dungeon. We essentially went straight for the boss, and we encountered her. She wanted to kill us immediately. She summoned 2 flesh golems and a bunch of little skeletons. We slowly whittled down the skeletons, went past the flesh golems, and Arthur kind of punched her so hard that it broke her
Will to live.
male chest and will to live. Now, I want to mention, I don't want Arthur to outright kill somebody, but hey, you know, she didn't die immediately.
No. I like to think that she didn't even bother moving when the hammer came because she was already just done.
Yeah. Like, I'm okay with Arthur breaking some limbs. You know, maybe you're moving an arm or two. Who knows?
Your book!
But-
He's Batman.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's just
Batman's a
sleeping.
better example.
He's just sleeping.
Yeah.
I just went for the Bible says nothing about kneecaps.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. That's Arthur. So, that was a very interesting fight. The most of the session was the fight, but we also encountered after, right behind the boss, that there was a big bronze dragon covered in chains, wreathed in purple fire, if I recall correctly, or was it blue fire?
Blackfire.
Blackfire.
Blackfire. Yeah.
So, it turns out that this lady was using the dragon's essence to create these undead. And it also turns out, after we read her journal, that she was an agent of Strahd. So, we freed the dragon through a really great, fantastic strength check. And we escorted the dragon out to meet his brother, because that dragon was the brother of the one that was in the bay. And that's pretty much where we left off. At the bay, with the 2 dragons conversing.
Want to point out that the dragon's name is Char?
Yes.
So it is Scar and Char,
Yeah.
the 2
I don't-
dragon names.
I
Two
don't
edge
feel
boys.
a need to point that out. I don't know why that But you know,
I felt the need.
Do twins have rhyming names? Is that a thing in Ardenfell? Because I missed out on that.
nope,
I mean, Fulma, Dolma.
nope.
Mm.
Certainly not a lack of naming skill.
Kai's brother really skipped
Kai
out.
Tai.
Hey, look, if you need me to come up with a punny name, I am like an encyclopedia. But if you need me to come up with a serious name,
What's my twin brother's name, Squee? Criana's twin brother.
Brianna?
That's what I thought.
By the way, you should probably talk to your mom.
Mom?
That mom, why? Do you have any idea what his high school's going to be like?
He's in the basement. What his high school's gonna be like? He'd be knocking on 30 by now.
Honestly, wow. Honestly, I would have said Cianana. Like Ciananners.
Oh, I should have said
Oh my
Triana.
God, Ciananner's my twin brother?
Yes.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I figured he would.
Guys,
So
recap.
was that good enough?
Yes.
for
Yes. Yes. By all means, get your gold star, my friend.
Thank you. I have inspiration now.
So,
People very much freaked out when 2 bronze dragons appeared.
yes, except for
Oh, yeah,
one.
stuff.
Except for one brave soul.
Tiny 4-year-old.
Yeah. High
Yeah.
five, kid.
One tiny 4-year-old was found trying to ride on one of the dragon's feet.
Aw.
And Tyburn encouraged them
Mhm.
at the disadvantage of Tolma's persuasion.
So, we're going to pick up where we left off. You are all standing on the beach. The 2 brothers, Scar and Char, are conversing. Is there... Well, I'll throw it back in your court. What are you guys doing? Oh,
What time is it at this point?
I should also point out, especially for the sake of Criana, Sir Ambrose Everdawn
Dead.
Yes.
is no more.
Oh, he's super dead now?
He
He's
is
super dead.
dead. He did get technically to deliver the fatal blow to the necromancer.
With assistance.
With
With
assistance.
assistance.
Because what happened was he was actually fine. He took a lot of damage in the battle, but he was okay. He was up. And then everyone removed the chains that bound all the enchantments and he started melting. So
Oh, fun. Okay, cool. So he had kind of a bad sort of experience with that.
I
Tyburn helped him
I
do the
think-
final blow.
think he was ready.
Okay, fair enough.
And now
It was very
Maggie-
clear. It was very clear he was not expecting to walk out of that cave.
And now Maggie is carrying just all of his
Oh,
armor still very
right.
much
Yeah.
attached with each other, so it looks like she's just carrying around a body.
So that's another thing, Kai, you would have noticed this. Maggie, surprisingly swole, that one.
Oh, good
Jacked.
for her.
Yeah,
Okay.
a bit ripped. Also, did you cover the journal? I think you did, right, Bern?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Perfect. So, the portal and this shenanigans was started by Strahd.
Oh, the portal too?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah,
She was there
she
to
was-
defend the
well-
portal. And Strahd books no failure. Yep. Yep.
I did not make that connection. My bad.
Pieces.
Wow.
Pieces within puzzles.
Wow, Strahd's a bitch.
Mhm.
Yeah. He or she definitely is.
They.
I mean,
All right.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Strahd has really good transformation shit, right? They can turn into bats and shit, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I
Canonically.
believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
So they
Why
can
not
be
a
whatever
walrus?
gender or whatever, anything.
Right?
Why not a walrus?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Why not the vampire walrus?
Could be a walrus.
The
I mean, they
fangs
got-
are already there.
They got bigger freaking teeth.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I hate this.
Alright,
That took a couple
alright.
seconds. I hate this.
All right, we're getting distracted. We're
We
getting
are.
distracted.
We are very much getting distracted. So, on the beach, you have 2 dragons. You've walked a bit away from the houses, and Char and Scar are conversing. What are you, as a party, doing?
What time is it right now?
Probably 4-ish in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I would say you met Everdawn right around noon-ish, and this whole adventure would probably have taken about 4 hours or so. You did a lot of walking down in the Cave of Rest. It's very large. It covers a large,
okay.
substantial portion of the Undercity.
Pip and I were estimating only like 2 hours at most.
Time is like a weebly wobbly, timey-wimey bubble.
Hey, I'm
This is
okay with
not
it being 4
Doctor
hours.
Who.
We'll say 4, just for the sake of argument. So
Alright.
4 in the afternoon. You've got probably about 2 hours of daylight left.
The Emerald Enclave is outside of the Hydra Ring, yes?
Yeah. It's outside.
I vote we go there so that we can deliver the message or the letter and let them know that the necromancer's been dealt with.
It's a
Yeah,
good
that sounds
idea.
smart.
Sounds good.
I
Okay.
will say, do we have to do anything with these dragons? We just have them walk away and we're just like, okay, and then just leave?
We should probably ask the dragons what their intentions are.
I mean, I wasn't going to bring it up.
We should also, if they are planning to still stay underwater, we should let the Black Hand staff know.
Yeah. Does Maggie
It's-
have any kind of like message spell or anything like that?
No, she does not.
What?
I
Does
mean,
she
I
have
guess we can
something
also
to-
send Maggie to go, hey, heads up.
She does
Maggie.
have, and she'll let you know, she does have a method of communication, but it is not something she is supposed to use until the time of the attack to coordinate. She goes,
Okay.
Mhm.
it's like a mirror that I set up, and it's a ritual thing, and it opens up a portal, and I can see other mirrors, and it's really cool. It's really neat. But it's really hard to set up, and I don't think I can set it up here on the beach because I may not be able to take it down again.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Do you have some kind of signet? Just to say that you're with the Black Staff?
Signet? You mean like a ring?
Sure.
Uh,
Symbol. Anything.
She takes out her yo-yo and shows you the side of it, and engraved on the side is a black staff.
There you
Of
go.
course it is.
So let's go tell one of the guards to send a message to the Black Staff.
Okay, let's talk to the dragons first, though.
Yeah.
Let's...
Dragons first.
Yes.
That's fine.
Actually, I'm sorry, let me amend that. It would be a gray hand. She's not going to have a symbol of the actual black staff. She'd have a symbol of what she's a part of, which
It's
is the
just
gray
a staff
hand.
on the side, like, cool. That's
She it's a symbol. It's a symbol of a gray hand closed into a fist.
Cool.
Just looks like a rock.
Kinda. All right.
They weren't made to be creative.
So the dragons are, like I said, off to the side, speaking to each other.
Does Dragon
Well-
Boy want to talk to the dragon?
I don't know what I should ask. Do you guys want... I can translate. Say what you want me to say.
Well, the thing is, Char wasn't here when Holly got stuck down there, but Scar was, so perhaps he remember. Well, no, because he already told us a bit about what happened, but maybe he can tell us like what spell she used and things like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Let's ask.
Okay.
Arthur asks that question.
All right.
Well done.
Char looks at you for a bit. You mean Mother's spells? She
Yeah.
never taught us any of her magics. Well, and Scar kind of looks up. Well, probably more to the point, we never really bothered to learn.
Okay. Well, what about, like... What... Do you know anything of what she did?
Mm-hmm. She kept the forces of the portal at bay. It's enclosed, entrapped.
And they have no idea what spell it could have been that she used.
Nope. They don't understand druid magic. They are dragons that have dragon magic. And never bothered to learn, apparently.
Lazy sons!
Yeah, because I imagine Holly would have tried to teach them, but they're dragons. And Arthur would know this. Most dragons are pretty cool with their powers already. They kind of feel like, mortals have their fun things. That's great, but I'm a dragon.
Yeah. Plus, draconic magic is more like sorcerer type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So the power comes from inside, not from within, not from without.
I'll tell you this. They would say, we know it was a ritual of some sort. It took her time to make it. And I know that Mother has some spells that she can cast quickly and some that it takes time. This was one of those.
Okay.
So it was likely a ritual, and that's about it. All right.
Hey, Arthur, just for formalities, could you ask them what they intend to do next?
So what's your guys' plans now?
We are going to go protect Mother, like my brother was doing, but with 2 of us there, she'll be safer.
Okay.
And
well,
also I think I might go hunt some fish. I am very hungry.
Well, yeah, that sounds good. If you want, I can give you something to eat.
He kind of looks at you, narrows his eyes. I don't think any of your food would sate me, but thank you, brother.
Want a bet?
Roll me a persuasion check.
You're really gonna feed a
No,
carnivore
I think
an
Ishu might
apple?
assist you on that one. She would go like, no.
Okay, with advantage. Roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay. Cool.
Hey!
Oh my god.
When you're hungry.
I will bet one of my bronze scales that one of your food would not satisfy me.
Oh. I don't really have scales. Shit.
She will bring up, she'll go like, I will bet this small replica of one of your kind.
You have a small dragon?
Oh, yeah, it's
I
the
have a
wind-up
clockwork
dragon.
dragon toy.
He does. Char's eyes grow wide and he lowers his head very close to you, like beside you, so that his eye is right alongside you, and staring at the figurine. This is acceptable.
All right. So Arthur is going to make an apple.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an interesting question. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
There is one food item that he has had that they might like. So this is going to sound disgusting to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But this apple is going to be pink. And it's going to kind of be soft.
Uh-huh.
He's going to rear back and go, all right, catch.
Tastes like
Tries to
silly
throw it
putty.
in. No. It tastes like a grilled fish cooked to perfection.
He will catch it in his mouth. And, you don't even see the teeth move or the throat swallow, as it's so tiny to him.
Mhm.
And Char goes, Well? 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 And Scar just takes one of his claws and flicks off one of the bronze scales on his shoulder and lands near your feet. It's about the size of a shield.
Holy shit.
He's
Wow.
going to pick it up and hold it to his chest.
Aw.
A bronze dragon scale of that size could be sold for about 150 gold.
Ooh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably trade that for the materia.
I could.
You could wear it as a hat.
Oh.
I could wear it as a hat.
A poncho, a dragon scale poncho.
That'll be your breastplate.
And with that, the two turn and start walking into the harbor.
Well,
Yeah,
at least now we have
sounds good.
something to tell them. The black staff, gray hands,
Yeah.
colored people.
But-
That sounds wrong. Ignore
Wow.
Kinsey saying that last one.
Whoa!
But I don't understand. It was simply an apple. How can an apple make something like that sad? He must have been starving. He'd been in there for weeks. And I've studied dragons. Dragons eat a ton. Like, way more than an apple.
Do you want one?
Oh, yes, please. Like, not even thinking about it. Just, like, instinctually. Oh, yes, please.
He's going to hand her an apple pie a la mode one.
What color is it?
If I recall correctly, those were our emerald green with blue flesh.
She takes it, looks at it, and nibbles just a little bit of it. And then loses all decor and just downs it. Oh, that was amazing. That wasn't an apple. That was like ambrosia. How?
He's gonna take a bow.
No, don't bow. Tell me how. And she like pulls out a notebook.
I
A shoe goes over and puts a hat on her shoulder. This is not something you're going to be able to replicate directly.
You don't know that? I haven't
He's,
tried.
okay, hold on. Do you have a cup? A cup? Anybody have a cup?
Hang on,
Like a
hold up, wait
goblet
a
or
minute.
something?
I got a crowbar.
I have a vial. A
Hang on.
crowbar? What?
No, she does not have a cup.
Okay.
Dolma holds up a empty glass vial.
Okay.
Does
So then, Arthur will grab the vial and go. I'll be right back. Goes, fills it up with seawater, and comes back. Okay. So this is what I have inside me. Not the seawater, no. This is what I use to make the magic. Okay.
But water's not
Something.
used to make magic. And yes, we all have water in us. A large degree, actually.
Dolma like puts a hand over her mouth and says, "Wait for the end of the explanation."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is I don't know what it's called, but it's my energy. It's what everybody has. Everybody with magical potential has energy. They use it to do their magic. So all I do is I take a seed, and he's going to grab one out of his pocket, and he's just going to dump the seawater on it, and he's going to say, "This is what I do." And I think of a flavor. For whatever reason, that's what happens. It grows and matures, and hey, I have an apple. Sometimes I have a wall. Sometimes I have, a thorny vine. Sometimes I have a fucking tree. Sorry, Arthur's not going to swear. That's me. Sometimes I have a tree.
Big fucking tree.
Yeah. But this is all I do. This is why people at my monastery were so mad at me, because it's all I do. And he's just gonna pour more salt water on the apple seed. That's it.
Shoe's gonna lean over and just say, "You have like a sense magic."
Is Dolma still have her hand over her mouth?
Dolma like waits a couple of seconds and then removes it.
Okay, I have so many questions. So it's not really like a wizard does it. Wizards, they study magic and incantations and they write things down, and then sorcerers don't really do that.
Sense magic.
Give me a second while I check. What do you mean, detect magic?
Detect magic, yeah.
Looking, no. She does not. She does not have a vast array of spells. Poor Maggie is not. And Shu, you've seen enough by now. She is not what you would call a good mage. Just one that has practiced a long time.
Well, how about this? You remember when he made those apples? Do you remember what he did?
Some sort of magic, yeah.
Do you remember what he did?
She studies Arthur for a bit. Cupped a seed in his hand, and then an apple grew.
Any words, incantations, symbols?
No, none. That's what I was thinking. How do you do that? Magic without incantations or spells, even sorcerers need that. Are you a warlock? Who's your patron? Oh my gosh, is it one of the deep? I've always wanted to study them. What do they make you do? Oh, no, wait, that's not true either. Don't they have to say incantations too?
They still do, yes.
Oh.
They're so confused and starting to look worried.
And Maggie walks up to Arthur and starts, examining him, grabs him a little roughly by the face, and Arthur, you're struck by very firm grip and looking in his ears and opening his eyes. I don't understand what kind of magic you do. I've never heard of magic like that. Some sorcerers possibly could cast silently, but that's very excruciatingly talented of them, and I don't think that's what you're doing at all. And she starts studying your arms.
I just shoved the water inside the cup inside my chest.
That's not how magic works. She seems
Just for me.
She seems frustrated, not frustrated at Arthur, just frustrated with this fact.
Education system.
Yeah. I'll say it. I can only make plants grow. That's pretty much it.
No.
It's all
No.
plant related.
That's not true.
Nothing else.
I saw your arm. I saw your arm swell up like a balloon when it hit that woman. That was not a plant.
Oh.
Unless you're saying it was
No.
a plant. Oh, what if it was a plant?
Wait.
Ew.
No. That was just me shoving the water to my fist. That's it.
She looks at you, sits down in the sand, pulls out her notebook, and starts furiously writing in it.
You are going to break this child's brain.
I am going to crack this. I'm going to figure out what's going on and what's wrong with you. You, Sir Arthur, you are an aberration, and I absolutely love it. And she just starts writing again.
Thank you.
She shoos a shoe out of the way as she spreads paper out on the sand.
Would it
She
be
backs
better
up. Look, we probably should get
We need to
moving.
get
We have a lot to.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that on a table somewhere.
What? Oh! Right. And she packs everything up really hastily. I am sorry. I sometimes let my eagerness get ahead of me, but you're absolutely right. There is stuff to be done. A false hydra, all that good stuff. Please, lead the way.
All right, then.
Arthur,
Yeah.
as you guys start walking, she's walking behind you and just examining you from head to toe.
She's leaning forward as she walks, trying to get as close and yet as far away from him as possible, just to be discreet.
And Arthur, it's hard for you to understand exactly because it's in common, but there's a lot of But what if... No. Well, maybe...
Man, muttering in common would just really upset him. Because he doesn't know.
Sentences.
Yeah.
And where do you guys make your way to?
Emerald Enclave, preferably.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You guys make your way there. I would assume you would take this lift so that you can stay clear of the False Hydra area that you are fairly certain of its limits, or at least a rough estimate of its limits.
Yeah.
And you make your way to the Emerald Enclave. You approach its doors, and as you do, the doors open, and you all hear breathy wind around you. Welcome back, my friends. You look weary.
Yes.
And there's like a gust of wind blowing from behind you guys as if it was ushering you through the gate.
Ty will fix her hair.
Maybe she's bored with it. Maybe it's a demigoddess. Or he is thinking that's the first thing this demigoddess notices is where we look weary. I mean, sure, yeah. There's also a freaking armor suit of body just strapped around Maggie's arms.
And that guy's holding a big scale thing.
Yeah. Arthur is just still holding that scale to his chest like it's a plush.
The priorities on this goddess.
As you guys are ushered in, Melinar is coming out, well dressed as always. Welcome back. Oh. Is Sir Ambrose alright? And he looks at the suit of armor that's just draped, which, by the way, has been draped around Maggie this entire time.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking that.
He is in the state he wanted to be in at this present moment.
Yes.
Oh, just someone give him the fucking letter.
Here's the letter.
Or eat you need a nap. Melinar would open it and read it, and his facial expression would turn from one of interest to one of melancholy, and the wind would die down. He did not make it. What happened?
He was visiting his wife's grave when the necromancer tried to steal from the grave in the same area, if not the same grave, and she killed him and raised him back up. So he was preparing to take her back down when we found him.
Oh, Ambrose. And of course, in such a state, he would not want us to see him.
No, I tried, trust me.
I thank you for the attempt. But I know our friend well enough to know that would have dishonored him. Ever the brave and honorable one he was. Did he die well?
Yes.
He got his final wish granted.
Well then, given that we are all to end this way sooner or later, I suppose I can ask no more. And the threat, this necromancer.
Dealt by his hand.
And there's
Dealt with.
there's a soft gust of wind, as it should be, I suppose.
Out of character. They know about the portal, right? We told them?
Yes, they are aware
Yeah,
of the
we told
portal.
Yeah,
Then Tyburn will continue going, although the necromancer was connected to the portal
The portal?
in the bay.
How so?
She was guarding it.
Guarding it for what purpose?
At this point, Ty will look at the others and see if anyone's going to hold her back.
Not high.
Mm.
She was guarding it for Strahd.
Strahd. This is a name of evil I have heard on the winds. This does not bode well for the city.
Ty looks around expecting Wind Goddess. Sorry, I'm being a smartass. Continue.
Right. And there's a pause. Melanor, our guests are tired and need food and rest. Please, guide them inside. And he nods. I would like to offer to you our hospitality in return for this service to us, and to note you as full-fledged members of the Emerald Enclave. And you have all earned 1 reputation point with the Emerald Enclave.
What a weird thing to say.
Which is exactly what... Why do you say it like that?
There is illusionary +1 point atop of everyone's heads.
Yeah, he actually has tally marks. This group's got 2. Oh, you guys are way behind this group.
We're trying.
No, I believe I have explained to the players before. Several of the factions in this game, by doing things for them, you earn points of reputation with them, and the more you have, the more useful they are willing to be to you.
Yeah.
Vern and I tried to edit it at the same time.
Yep.
So, jump on that Harper thing, huh?
No.
No.
Our reputation with the Harpers are -999, and I
It's
plan on
going
it
to continue
stay-
to suck.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you underestimate your value to them.
Dude, you
But
need
hey.
to give us a new NPC first.
But hey, work hard and you'll get there.
Give us someone to like.
Underestimate how
Yeah,
much sass.
Yeah, Squee, right now you're telling us to get used to the taste of coffee before we can actually have, a mocha.
Yeah.
That's not an option. I'm not doing that.
Oh, hey, and by the way, that bard that fucked up your day, my dad.
Yeah,
My
no,
dad.
I'm
my
not
dad.
drinking cold brew until I level up.
Oh, man. So, Melanor ushers you all inside into Falklandmere Manor. And you are all in the opening chamber. You were all bidden to place your gear down and take off your cloaks and make yourselves comfortable.
I thought you were gonna say you take off your clothes, and I was like, well,
This is the Emerald
It's this
Enclave.
party.
alright, okay.
I
everyone
mean-
else is doing
I
it.
see how these druids work.
I
Hey,
know what
yeah,
episode
hey,
of adventure this is.
hey, hey! I have played exactly 1 druid in D&D, and they are basically a nudist. Yes, they're always naked. Elora can attest.
Are you
I
playing
mean-
Gray from Fairy Tale?
No, I play basically their true form is that of a Finnick fox, and they wild shape. That's their thing, and all animals are naked. But they do have a halfling form, and they transform all the time, and forget that that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
At least Arthur was taught by his dad at an early age that pants are necessary.
At least I could just.
Otherwise-
Oh my god! I could just imagine Keen, Arthur. At least pants, please. Just
That's
Please.
at least.
every parent with a toddler.
Yes.
I will meet you halfway.
Yeah.
After you all take off whatever you would, obviously Maggie's going to gently set the armor down and remove her cloak. You are all ushered into a dining room of sorts, where you see before you on the table a large selection of fruits and vegetables and leafy greens.
Oh my god. Arthur is going to town with these. He's gonna sample as much as he can.
Okay, they are all very fresh and very tasty.
I can admire that.
There is playing in the background what sounds to be a soft violin, and there is a pleasant scent on the air, that of flowers, sweet-smelling blossoms. And Melanor will make sure that you all have what you need, drink and food, and then he will sit down at the head of the table and say, "So, this necromancer was protecting this gate. How so? I thought it was underwater."
It seems she was building an army of the undead.
Ah, that does make sense.
They're dead now.
But one necromancer, unless they were a lich, would not be able to rise a force of any significance.
Well,
Dolma will take the section of chain that she had grabbed and pull it out of her bag. It seems she was using this on the brother of the bronze dragon or bronze or brass? Bronze?
Brass. Like bronze.
Brass.
Bronze. There are no brass. Well, I think there are brass dragons, but not these ones.
There
There
are
are
brass
brass
dragons.
dragons.
Yeah.
These are bronze.
That's why I got confused. Anyways, it's too many bees.
They're 10 dragons.
the bitch dragon.
The bitch dragon.
Can't wait for
Wow.
Zinc Dragon.
Oh boy.
I'm a fan of pure sodium dragon.
Oh,
Ew.
Alright, please continue, Elora.
Yes. So she pulls out it seems that she was using these on the brother of the brass dragon that was in the harbor. We're not entirely sure what they do, but they are definitely magical.
Melinar would walk over to it and place his hand upon it briefly and say some words. Interesting. These are cursed chains, an artifact of some power. I cannot tell you exactly its purpose, but from what I can gather, it drains the essence of something to grant you more power. Though the ratio is not efficient, I guess you would say. It would have to be a very large creature to matter.
Well, considering it was pulling from a dragon, then I suppose she found the perfect battery.
An adult dragon.
He nods. I would be very careful with these, for they may be powerful, but they extract a toll upon whoever uses them. This necromancer must have been willing to sacrifice much for her objective.
Well, it's either that or piss off Strahd, so I guess she's kind of fucked either way.
Yes. Many times our choices lead us to ruin long before we realize it. And he will drop the chains and walk back to the end of the table. But it is good to know our enemy at least. I am unsure how well we can aid, but... And then there is a gust of wind. But we will do what we can to aid the city guard in closing this portal. The safety of the city is paramount. Balance must be restored. Tell me, as the wind picks up, what more have you learned of this creature, this one that haunts you so?
Looks to Dolma.
She's quiet for a moment, tucks away the chains back into her bag. It appears it is called a false hydra. It most likely, as far as we can tell, came from the rift. And it seems to have an ability to hide away, I suppose, memories of those it devours.
I see. That is a very troubling ability indeed.
She nods.
Well, have you informed the city guard?
Yes, we have informed the city guard as well as the Black Staff. She's looking into options as far as how to combat it and figure out who exactly has been taken. It's going to take some time, though.
I see.
Which is why we have Maggie here.
You look over. Maggie's on the floor, notes on the ground, furiously drawing a sketch that looks something like Arthur. What? What? Yes, what? I'm sorry, I heard my name.
It's fine, Maggie.
Oh, alright. Goes right
You're
back
missing
to him.
an ab.
There's not a response.
Even.
Not a response, but the pins do tend to wander back to that section.
Do I really have such a pronounced buttock?
You know the word buttock?
Oh,
I said ab,
This
not
is in
ass.
Draconic.
Oh.
But none of us know.
So yeah, no one knows.
Back in Draconic, almost absentmindedly. Oh, yes.
Arthur's gonna kind of shift in his chair a little bit.
Like, didn't even look up from the paper.
You've got to hide it. You've got to protect it.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Jareth again says... So it took me a second. You must carry these buttons to Isengard. All right.
We're taking the buds to Isengard. We're taking the buds.
Wow. That's good. Shit.
Jareth says, our influence in this town is limited. There is very little help we could provide. Well, that might not be entirely true. I assume you intend to aid the guard however you can?
I plan on killing this thing.
Good. Then know that you do so under the full authorization of the of the Emerald Enclave, as official representatives of our order. And Melinar kind of raised an eyebrow. I mean, not that you weren't going to anyway, but in case a city guard asks what you're doing somewhere, we have a good working relationship with them.
Good to know.
Great.
Are we working with the guard? Or is
Yeah,
that like a different faction?
Yeah, we're kind of working with the guard, but it's okay. They're trying to be nice. It's okay.
And then Melinar says, in the meantime, you are welcome to stay here and rest and recover however long you need. You may consider this a second home. You are welcome anytime.
Great, because we need somewhere to crash like tonight.
Dolma is going to pull out. Well, hang on. She has a map of Averton, doesn't she? Someone has a map of Averton? Yes, I have a map of Averton. Anyways, she pulls it out and she points to the Temple of Saloon and kind of gives like a cursory like circle around it of about where we believe the sphere of influence is. We believe that it's centered in the Temple of Saloon, and it reaches out to about here.
And Melinar would stare at it. That is powerful indeed. How sure are you of this range?
Considering I was attacked at the Temple of Saloon with my brother, and we were also attacked at the... not we, but yeah, no, we've also seen its head here at the inn. Fairly.
Maggie.
Oh,
Very good,
Maggie.
Arthur,
Mm.
What?
you notice Maggie like reaching up from the ground to pinch you somewhere in your lower back.
Ah!
Mm.
Kai like gives the look that's like, listen, I know I'm like socially awkward, but that's not okay.
Jesus Christ.
That
Maggie-
look says it all.
Maggie stops as everyone sees it.
Can I help you?
Well, I had a hypothesis.
What?
And she slowly reaches towards your lower back.
Mm.
Perhaps ask
Yeah?
permission first.
Right. Can I pinch your lower back, please?
Okay.
So she pinches
Wha-
it hard.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh!
Mm.
Ah.
She like watches like the skin turgor as it falls back into place. Not that. And then just goes right back down to her notebook.
Kai is actually gonna go sit down next to Maggie, and she's going to ask, "May I have some paper? I will assist you in drawing." Oh my. She looks at the picture of Arthur's butt. And she kind of like looks up at Arthur and looks down at the paper and then kind of nods.
Accurate. Maggie absentmindedly
Arthur's blushing really hard then.
Maggie like absentmindedly like brushes over several pages towards you. Ty, to answer your question, it is these. Ooh, that is way too big. Right there. That is the Emerald
I'm
Enclave.
not gonna ask my next question then.
Gotcha. That is where you all are. That's where the Emerald Enclave is.
Oh.
So, with that, Melinar stands up. Right. Well, I'll see to preparing some rooms then. And he will leave. And with a final gust of wind, I must look into matters as best I can. I am sure you will all be safe here. Rest and recover.
Okay.
And then the wind glides away.
You know, not that we can see, but...
You saw it!
She throws glitter into the air, like, you know those like Febreze things that like briefly will like every like half hour or with movement will just like spray up. It's that but glitter, so you always know where her voice is.
You just hear like a dong. Melanor used Windex again. Alright.
Actually, before she goes, she's leaving, and Arthur's gonna go. Wait, hold on. I have a question for you.
Yes.
I gave some thought to what you asked me the other day, and I was wondering what would that require for me to be your champion? And he's gonna ask this in Elven. So y'all fucking understand this.
Most of
Eh.
us.
Half and half.
Yeah, half and half.
The actual elves go no.
Something about him wanting to be her uncle. Not really too sure what that means, but
You are referring to when she asked if you wanted to be her champion, yes?
Yes.
There is a pause, and then in Elven, if the answer were that simple, I would have many champions. Just do everything you can to preserve the balance of the world, and nature will take its course.
Fucking Doma in chat. Wink. Then Arthur will say, then I will do my best.
That is all I can ask. And then... You don't see it, but you feel it.
Did she make the sound effect?
Yes. But I mean, it's wind, so...
Wait, hold on. Does she make the sound effect, or does her butler make the sound effect?
No, Melinor's not in the room.
Damn it.
No, she makes the sound effect, but she is also wind, so it's just the sound of wind blowing. It's not like she's sitting there with vocal
a
cords.
walking sound effect.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like she has vocal cords.
Like a baby. Oh.
What?
I was still focusing on the walking
What?
sound effect part.
Babies, you know that don't have vocal cords.
Yeah, that ruined the joke.
What are the babies like in Ardenfell?
Look, I was planning on saying that before the vocal cord line.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, alright.
They're all mute until 5. Parents love it. Alright, so, you guys are left to your own devices in the dining room of Falconeer Manor. What would you like to do?
Eat.
Sure. Definitely food. Lots of food. No
Eat
meat.
and rest. No meat?
No
Oh.
meat. It's like dining at an elven table, almost.
Excuse me.
I meant like Tolkien's elves.
Yeah.
Arthur loves this.
Try one of the green ones. Maybe you'll like it.
It'll just taste like leaf.
Again, Ty will appreciate fresh vegetables because she probably doesn't actually get it that often in the city.
No. It's not like she's never had them, certainly, but
She was a farmer, Squee.
yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, inside a city, especially
Oh.
one as Coalhaven, where they tend to be more necessity-driven. They are not an everyday occurrence, no.
This is
Lots
childhood.
of potats. Lots of potats.
Delicious.
Delicious potato.
Mm.
I want tater tots now.
Oh, fuck,
So-
me too.
What?
Come on, Melanor, where's our tater tots?
So Arthur is going to gorge himself on all the vegetables and all the fruits and all of that. But after he's done, he's gonna look down and see his companion's still drawing. So he's just gonna get up, and start striking poses.
She actually, I'm sorry, she started, like, she was actually writing, like, notes,
Mhm.
but when you stand there and strike a pose, she looks up, looks down, turns the page around, starts drawing something. Hang on. Whoa. What? That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, hey, I just learned if you double-click the icon, it opens up the map that the icon's on.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Alright. Starts doing a pretty good sketch of whatever pose you have. Now, do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Sure.
Okay. I'll try to take these one at a time. Does it hurt when you use magic?
No.
Does it leak?
Leak?
Do you have full control of it?
Yeah.
Does it ever come out of your orifices, like your ears, your nose, your eyes?
No.
Can you only make apples or trees, or can you make more like thorny bushes? Oh no, you did make thorny bushes. I saw that. Never mind. She like scratches a question out on her notebook. What about desert plants like cacti?
I've never tried.
Is it saltwater energy or freshwater energy?
I the water is just a way to explain. It's not actual water. It's
Oh.
like you.
She like
You
crosses
use-
out like a half a page of notes.
Okay, so you cast spells.
Yes.
So you know the fuel that... Well, not fuel. He wouldn't say fuel. You know the thing that makes it happen?
The
The
arcane
energy.
energies around us, yes.
That.
No,
but it's from inside.
right. That's the thing. And she likes like shaking her pen. It doesn't. That's not. It's not how it works.
It is for me.
So no incantations, no words, no rituals, nothing of that kind. You just will it into existence and it happens?
Yes.
Oh, Maggie, you have to understand that different magics can require different things. It's like... And she thinks for a moment and then pulls out her violin. I don't use incantation to cast spells. I use music. I can play it through my violin. I can do it through song.
Yes, but Dolma, that is an incantation. I'm well familiar with bards and how they work and those who can work magic through the use of song, but that in and of itself is an incantation. You are controlling the magical energy around you. It is not coming from within you. Even sorcerers draw it into their body. I have studied for years. I just can't wrap my mind around this. Mind. Mind!
Yeah.
You're a psychic!
I'm a what?
Is that an arcane or an arcana?
Uh-huh.
Sure is.
It sure is.
Oh,
Please.
boy.
Okay,
Please roll.
let's see what I get.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Oh,
I'm a
Oh, no,
what?
I already.
Yeah,
I don't have to.
Arshu, you don't have to. You already know. You went through this process, but much more quietly. Dolma, you've heard of our of psychics.
Mhm.
Or psionic users is really what they would be called. They are very rare. They are people who use the power of their mind to bend the world around them. And Maggie just like jaw drops. Arthur, when you were very young, did you get headaches? Terrible, terrible headaches.
Well, I mean, yeah, everybody gets them.
No, they don't. And when you had these headaches, did anything ever strange happen? Anything like what you described? Did you ever make a plant grow or get better when it was injured or hurt?
Oh, all the fucking time.
Sure.
All the time. Sorry. It's really hard. It's really
All
hard
the
to play
fucking
character.
time.
Oh my god, I just
It's
imagine.
really hard to play character.
I know.
That doesn't
Ori
show.
will change Arthur.
Oh my god.
He just says, "Oh yeah, all the time. My dad would just enter my room, and all of a sudden it's just covered in grass."
She would like hop up on the table next to the chair you're sitting on. You're a psionic. Your mind has magical energy embedded in it. And she like puts a finger on each side of your temple. That water, that salt water you're talking about, it is arcanic energy, but it resides in your mind and you use it to shape the world around you. And she's like pushing on your temples as she says it. Like extremely excited.
Ow!
Oh, sorry.
Ow!
I've never met a psionic user before. They're incredibly rare.
I don't know what to tell you.
Everything. Tell me everything.
I mean, I have a headache right now.
Oh, Maggie. And I'll just say that she would pressure Arthur if he wants to just tell of all his experiences when it comes to this power.
This is totally
Yeah.
your choice, but also peer pressure.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll try and explain the best of his ability. He's not going to be very good at explaining, but he will go over, like, that's a lot of the reason why, back at the monastery, he never really learned how to do things their way.
Mm-hmm.
He just cheated at it. Like, oh hey, like out of character, they're trying to explain, okay, you have mana inside you. That key, you try and put that into your fists, and your fists are now weapons. And it's like, oh, they're just doing that. Let me just shove this into my fists. Okay, there you go. And it's not technically the same. Like, a lot of the tests that he would have to do at the monastery were just cheated.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so she would basically listen to Arthur for, an hour or more. So while that's happening, what are the rest of you doing?
Dolma's gonna go play her violin.
They're not incantations. You just play music and stuff happens. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Whatever. Stupid.
It's the power of love and music.
Oh, she's not her dad, okay?
I can imagine that's exactly what he says. How did you do that? Love and music.
No, seriously, Dad, how the fuck did you do that? First of all, language. Second of all,
Yeah.
love and music.
Second of all, it's a magic missile of love.
Did I fucking stutter? I don't
Magic missile.
Like,
Oh,
but
no.
also, fucking hell.
I'm the adult.
All right. So Dolma, roll me a performance check, please. There you go. Dolma goes off on her own a little ways away and starts playing a beautiful song on her violin.
Does it overlap the other violin music that was played?
No, actually, it well, I mean, yes, absolutely. I don't know why I said no. I was going because I was gonna launch into I was gonna launch into a description that precisely that. Dolma uses that as a soft background, I guess you would say harmony, and matches the tone, beat, and key of her song to it, so that it sounds like a beautiful duet.
Mm-hmm.
But Dolma's version of it is far more complex. So it'd be like someone playing chopsticks, and then a concert pianist comes in and turns chopsticks into a work of art.
Yeah.
So they were playing chopsticks?
Yep. That's exactly what you should have taken away from that.
They're not strumming, they're just plucking.
Good job, Criana.
Thanks. That's what I'm here for. I'm here all week. Bye. Bye.
Okay.
All right. What about the rest of you? Ori, Kai, Tai, and Ashu.
Tai would start to listen to Dolma's music before suddenly remembering that she has something to get back to Ashu. I think, right? Am I right, Piff? Or have I done that? It's the cards, right?
That's the cards.
Okay. So she's gonna go over to Ashu and hand back the card deck and go, yeah, I sort of forgot about this. Sorry about that.
Thank you. I honestly forgot myself.
I need to grab Kinsey for a second and go to the secret room.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Hi.
What does having to give cards do?
I want the cards that never go away to be Ashu's cards. How fantastic would that be? Like, you keep trying to give them back, but it keeps ending up in your pocket.
I thought it was a coin, though.
Oh, it was the coin. Oh, poop. I don't know why. For some reason, I was thinking it was the cards.
No, it's a coin.
I'm a doof. Never mind. Okay, great. Then this was just a secret conversation, and everyone's going to wonder what the hell it was about. And
All right. And also,
never
just to
know.
clear up, earlier when I was asking where it was, I thought it was where, like, that was that building. So I'm like, oh, what if she, like, sleepwalks to the Temple of Gods.
Oh, no. Oh,
That's
that'd be
too
kind of
far
cool,
away
though.
now.
No. Trust me. When you guys long rest, I have something planned.
Okay, I was just because I know it was a dream sequence. It'd be funny if during this entire dream sequence she's just sleepwalking.
I do like the idea of maybe her waking up like on the roof or something.
We can do that. That
Yeah.
is very Dragon Age, and I like it.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Go
Okay.
back down.
Okay.
Okay, well, all right. So, what about the rest of you?
Anyways, here's your cards back.
Thank you.
Not at all suspicious.
That's it's your cards, Piff. Safe and sound and unhurt whatsoever. Your cards are back. Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
At this point, it'd probably be around 5 in the evening.
Kai's gonna go for a walk.
Good for Ty.
What?
Or good for Kai.
I am now Kai and Kai.
She didn't want you there anyway.
Yeah.
She has the power of God and anime on her side.
All right. Kai, you get up and you go take a walk. Does anyone attempt to join her?
I'm actually going to be listening into Arthur's
Gotcha.
back story.
Yeah.
So wait, Ty's going for a walk or Kai?
Kai is.
Kai is
Oh,
going
okay.
for a walk.
I know, it's hard. We'll get used to it in about 2 years.
Also, I'll just say Kaitana from
Maybe.
now on.
No, why would you
Well, I'm not
ruin
going
it?
to start saying Tyburn, so you might as well say Kai.
Why would you ruin our fun?
What if I call her Kyburn?
Oh my god.
But that's the ship
It's
name.
wrong.
Yeah,
What if you
that's
what
the
if,
name.
what if you
Oh,
call her
is
what if
it?
you call her the
Okay.
Kyber crystals?
Oh my god.
Ha!
Silly.
Star Wars fun.
Yeah,
Having
you're
a good
just
time.
kidding.
We're all having a
Really.
good time here. All right.
Are we? Don't speak for me. Wow, I got really mean and aggressive. just then. I
roll
lost-
me. By the way, Kai, roll me a performance check for the sketch of Arthur and Kip that you made.
Okay, I would like to specify that they have like really cool weapons and like I don't know, like the fantasy equivalent of like machine guns attached to them.
Like it's like cloud style weapons. They're way too big to be realistic. But
Yeah.
They look cool.
And they have like spiky hair. I'm sorry, what am I? Performance, you
A
said?
performance check, yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm really good with performance checks. Oops.
You can do it.
No, wait. How do I? Oh my god, it's been so long.
So on your character sheet, just go over to your skills,
What?
go over to performance, and click on the
Why is
dice.
Oh, then. Oh, wait.
And then drag it over to the chat log.
Mm-hmm.
Eh,
Okay.
it's not bad.
They're not. Yeah. They're not
Not
stick
bad.
figures. Definitely. They're a form and function. There's not much shading or anything, but you can tell who they are, except for Kip, because Kip is not that swole.
He's got just rippling biceps.
Looks like Master Roshi on a good day.
Yeah, content with her picture, she'll fold it up and she will just, without saying anything, walk out the door. As is her custom.
Gotcha. Orit, what are you doing?
He probably sampled a little bit of all of the foods because there are so many fruits and veggies on there he's probably never seen nor tried. Because at the
Okay.
north, that's hard to get.
Yes, and some of it is delicious.
And he probably did not like some of them and just kind of while people were eating and talking, he kind of spat into a napkin.
Oh, what is this? Celery?
Ugh. What is that? Pineapple? Ugh.
It might be good on a pizza, though.
Hey.
You're wrong, but okay.
Whoa, okay. If you want to fucking start this, I
No,
will
that
go.
was your class. That was. I'm siding with you on the pineapple.
I think he just insulted his state.
Like, I could feel the anger
I was
radiating
like,
off
he's
of
the
Burn.
pineapple.
It's called Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, but it was Canadian first.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah,
Hawaiian
it
and the
was
Canadian
made
both
in
like, wait, hold on.
Canada. Yeah, gross. Canadian bacon? Ugh.
Yeah, because only Americans call it that.
Well, yeah, because you're in Canada. You don't need to specify that it's Canadian. It's already
No, it's
Canadian.
fucking back bacon.
I don't put that on my pizza anyways. I put pepperoni and pineapple. It's good stuff. Pineapple's good for you.
Oh man.
Not too much though. It'll give you the shit.
All right. Orit.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, after that, assuming that Kai is just walking off on her own, he's going to assume that she just wants to be off on her own.
Gotcha.
So he goes to sit somewhere in the dining room on the floor
Like you
and probably start carving something.
do. Okay. Roll me a performance check, please. No.
Is it
Okay.
bone?
It would be.
Sorry, this one would be a sleight of hand check, as it's far more dexterity.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. You start whittling away a bone into something of your choosing.
A cat?
A hamster
It could be
wheel?
a cat. It could be a cat. Let's make it a cat.
Just a hamster wheel. No hamster or anything.
So Ty recognizes bone, right? I don't have to roll for bone, right?
No, it's fine. You recognize bone.
Given your background, I would be surprised.
I was about
Roll
to say
for bone.
I was about to say it could be ivory, and then I was like, wait,
Wait, no,
That's
wait.
bone.
that's bone. Yes, you don't need to roll for it.
Ty will sit down next to Arit and go, "What market did you get that on?"
The market of I butchered the animal with my own hands.
Oh, it's animal bone. Oh, that's what most people are used to.
Wait, what the fuck?
Wait, what the fuck?
So, oh right, I haven't told you. No, I did tell you.
Wind
Were
blows
you
in.
outside?
What the fuck? No, I'm sorry. Please continue.
No, you were outside. This is really awkward.
Well, yes, you're sitting next to me and you just admitted that you have people bones.
Well, what did you think I used my shovel for? Other than completely demolishing skeleton. Well, I mean, actually.
What, you don't use a shovel to dig?
I
mean,
do. So I'm a grave robber because it was the quickest way I can make money. That somehow
He's-
didn't end me in jail.
His brow furrows looking at you. What is a grave robber?
I dig up graves and I steal the body and I sell it on the black market.
He processes it in his mind. What's a black market?
The market of usually illegal things being sold amongst other people who want illegal things.
And you're just casually telling me this.
Look, I already dug myself a hole. I might as well continue.
Good joke.
Unintentional. Realized it as I was saying it.
I'm sorry, GM. I get it.
Good job, God.
God gives the thumbs up. So, do you just have some? You carrying it right now?
Not at the moment. It didn't feel appropriate to steal bones when Ambrose was right there. And also, I don't really have an immediate client, so I don't want to carry that around if I don't have one.
Well, I guess that makes sense. But I must admit, when you come out swinging like that by just going, "Oh yes, I deal in people bones," not being able to actually see any, kind of disappointing.
Yeah, well, necromancers buy them up real quick.
Okay, yeah. Another thing. What is up with necromancers?
I don't know. I ain't one.
But you
I
said
just
you
sell
work for
them.
them.
Yeah, I just sell for them. I deal with them for 2 minutes, and they're weird about it, and then I go home with my money and drink.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. He just kind of nods and continues to eyeball what he is working on, occasionally flipping through his sketchbook.
So you carve animal bones for a living, or is this just a hobby?
Nothing gets wasted.
Yeah, I guess
So?
art's a good way to not waste things.
Mm-hmm. We need food. So, we kill animals for the food. Then we use up everything from the animal. Nothing goes to waste.
Wait, you didn't know what a grave was. Do you guys not have graves?
Might depend on each individual tribe. Mine doesn't.
How do you not waste the body?
You burn it.
Oh!
Well,
Do you-
sometimes.
Sometimes.
He grins. Not saying a word, not looking up.
Intrigued.
Uh-huh.
Fine, keep your secrets.
He actually does a little laugh.
You both notice that a shoe is kind of slided in during
Yes.
the conversation.
Oh, I sure have a window covering the text chat.
I noticed that. So then at some point he just kind of looks at what he is carving, notices more feet. He looks to his side, goes, "Oh shit! When did you get here?"
Somewhere around. What was it? Grave robbing?
I told you.
Yes.
Told you the first day. Maybe I should stop telling people. I've already been to prison once. I should probably stop this.
Yeah. Yes. For your
Oh,
own safety, yes.
Also, yeah, what the fuck is a prison?
So, you know those illegal things?
Yes.
And the people selling the illegal things, or sometimes it's doing illegal things.
Yes.
The state then takes you, and they put you in a room, and they lock the door. And then they tell you not to leave as punishment. And then or they pick another punishment, like picking up trash, or branding you, or executing you. Depends on the place and the person and the crime.
So sometimes they just lock you up and leave you there?
Yeah.
Well, that seems incredibly wasteful.
Yeah. It's wasting my
Now
time.
we have to take care of another person.
Oh yeah, that too. I mean, it depends on the prison. They don't always do.
I guess theoretically, but if you're gonna do that, just kill them.
Yeah, that does happen. That's what executions are. At this
And-
point, she is fiddling with her glove.
And no offense, but your justice system is really weird.
What do you do?
Hold on.
What?
Ducks.
Hold on.
We feed them to ducks.
No, he was gonna say, we just put them in a pen with a live saber-toothed tiger and we let them run around for a bit. And if they survive or kill the saber-toothed tiger, then they're allowed to continue on with their existence.
What's a saber-toothed tiger?
So...
Well, first things first, roll me a knowledge nature check, Ty.
Okay.
To
To see if I know what tigers are?
Yeah.
Alright. Nature?
Nature, yes. Never heard of one.
That's like a lynx, right?
Well, you're somewhat close.
I'm pretty well traveled, Jim. Do I have to roll what a saber-toothed tiger is?
Yes, you still do. But do you have any I'll give you advantage on it.
Alright.
Because you just may never have come across one. They're more of a tundra animal.
Okay, skill. And is it insight? Nature.
Nature. Because we ever have to worry about a shoe rolling a nature check, some sort of intelligence check. You have definitely heard. In fact, you've seen saber-tooth tigers.
Yes, sure. I guess I roll insight in that because that seems rather ridiculous.
Especially since the saber-tooth tigers you have heard about or seen do not commonly attack people. They tend to be hunters, but hunters of things that are like herd animals. Saber-tooth tiger don't hunt people. Sorry, only Elora's going to get that. It's fine, I couldn't resist. Roll an insight check for me, please, sir.
Okay.
Seems
legit.
No, actually it doesn't. Her deception skill was a 7. Or, I mean, her deception check... No, wait. Yeah, no, seems legit. I was looking at the wrong number. I was looking at the wrong number. Sorry, yeah. Like, you've never seen saber-tooth tigers do that before, but, I mean, if you get them hungry enough, maybe?
Should I also write an
yes,
insight?
Definitely, you should.
Unless you just want to believe.
You don't know what a saber-tooth tiger is, but you definitely know that she is pulling your leg.
Squints. You're pulling a prank on me. I appreciate this, boy.
Thank you, girl.
Today.
Good.
What is that just a common thing in Ardenfell to say people's genders to them?
No, that was Mackenzie subtly correcting Squee in character.
I thought that was weird for Tyburn.
That was more Mackenzie.
Oops.
What in the world is Tyburn calling him boy?
You know what the funny part is? Like, the second she was like, oh, yeah, I do.
Thought we were doing some God of War referencing.
Don't touch. Okay, so that doesn't work. That didn't flow well anyway, so figure something else out later.
All right. Kai.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
I would like for you to roll me a D100, please.
Uh-oh.
As I've had it for a while. I've used it, I think, once already. I have a table for when you wander.
Oh, nice. How do you roll a D100?
So go right-click on the D10, and there should be a percentage. Do you see that? So right-click on the D10, which is the third die from the left.
Yeah.
And then right next to the 2, there's a percentage sign.
Yeah. Yep, there sure is.
Select that. There you go.
85.
85. Why don't I have an 85? Oh, that's why.
Oh no. Strahd appears.
Kai.
Kai gets kidnapped.
You
That'd
start.
be great, actually. I hope it's the bird thing.
You start wandering the streets. The evening is coming. The sun is starting to set, and things are starting to wind down. And the streets are fairly quiet. There's people milling about, but basically preparing to end the day or go home.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're kind of just wandering around, you see what looks to be a procession of monks pass by. They have dark and dirty and tattered robes, their hoods pulled up over their heads, their arms hidden in their sleeves, and they seem to trudge past you, their heads held down. They don't say a word in greeting, they just walk past.
She'll just watch them.
As they tend to pass, the last one looks up and sees you. Oh! And
Her eyes will widen at that.
falls to his knees in front of you. Oh, dark specter of pain and torture, strike me! Strike me, please! The rest of the monks stop and turn.
Kai will look over her shoulder.
And this person continues, like, almost pawing at your legs. In the name of the crying god, the broken god, the lord of the rack. He kind of crawls his way up you. The one who endures. In the name of Ilmater the mighty, strike me. Leash upon me your torment and suffering as they did long ago. Roll me a knowledge religion.
Sure. Let's see
Would
where
you
it
even
is.
know of a religion?
I mean, Dolma.
Look at this thing.
Ho! Hey! You've heard of Ilmater. Ilmater is a not very popular god. He is considered a god of martyrdom and perseverance and suffering, and a lot of his followers tend to want to take on the pain of others and the suffering of others, which is of noble intent, of course. But any idea taken to its extremes, to its fanaticism, can be awkward and weird. And it would seem that this gentleman is attempting to suffer horribly at your hands for the sake of his god.
Kai's face will twist a little bit and she'll go, "And how do you expect me to strike you down?"
With your blades?
I don't
Or
have
your
those.
small crossbows?
Don't have that either. She's listening up. Keep going.
And two of the monks approach. Our apologies. Brother Ra is sometimes overzealous in his practice of the teachings of Ilmater. Pay him no heed. No, you don't understand. She's one of them. One of them! Rage and fire and pain, unlike the which you can't imagine.
Let me just take a look at something real quick.
Look at my backstory, see if there was rage and pain and fire.
There it is. Okay, yes.
Just slap him on the ass. Just
Yeah, let's just take a look at what we got here. Let's just see some options because it's been a hot minute since I've looked at my skill set.
Get stabbed.
Oh my god. Okay, perfect. So Kai will think for a moment, and then, as per usual in her custom, she will reach up to her head, start rolling out a strand of what appears to be hair, but it's glowing, and she'll pluck it and reach out to hand it to the individual in front of her.
Okay. He will eagerly grasp it. What fresh hell is this?
And it is a memory from one of her previous lives, dying of the wasting.
Ooh.
whew.
Oh. He is hesitant, eyes closed. No, this isn't it. This isn't it at all. No. And like, it's clearly he's suffering from this memory, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a pleasant memory. No.
She knows.
Yeah, right? No. I've seen your kind. Dark, deep below. Such hatred, such venom. And he pulls down his shirt, and you see what must be hundreds of little cuts. They are masters of pain. Show it to me once again, Drow.
Kai will dispel or take back the strand after, he's sufficiently viewed it.
Sure.
And she will say, "You have either gotten the wrong individual, or sometimes the most painful things aren't physical." And then she'll she has like a oddly like vacant look on her face, and she'll kind of pat his cheek and then look to the others and attempt to walk away.
Yeah, they come, Brother Ra. It's time to go. And as you're walking away, they're like dragging him away, and he goes, I should go back. I should go back. Down below, down to them, I should go. And they just kind of drag him away.
Weird. Sorry, that's Criana.
I mean...
What a fucking wackadoo god.
Look, Irmatter is a weird god, alright?
I was hoping it was something kinky, but...
Nope.
When
Nope.
he said, "I have seen your kind," I went, "Oh, great, he's a racist," in my head.
No, they literally, followers of Irmatter take pain upon themselves to spare it from others. That's what they're supposed to do. But again, anything taken to its extremes, right?
Yeah, he didn't do a very good job.
Mm-mm.
Oh well. Hey, keep at it. That's what I always say.
Where would you like to go after this encounter?
She's actually just gonna go hang out by the water fountain, and if she sees any guards, she'll kind of keep a low profile. Maybe jump in a nearby bush if any guards that she maybe ran from the night before.
Jumps into like the fountain.
She just wants to basically hang out like by the fountain because that's where she spent the first night, and those are super relaxing, and she kind of
Right.
wants to just chill out.
Fuck. That reminds me.
Hmm.
There's something that I want to do after this.
Alright, roll me one more D100 then.
Oh no. I swear to God, if Sheem's like, "Oh, I want to be out by the fountain too," I'm just gonna delete my computer. 24.
That's the Sheem number.
No, actually, it's you are undisturbed. There are a few guards that pass by, but none seem to pay you any mind or notice, as the sun is still up, and there doesn't seem to be any sort of curfew in place at the moment. So, you simply just spend some time relaxing by the soft bubbling fountain of the naked ass man.
Slap it as she walks by. No, I'm kidding.
As the-
Wasn't he not naked to start with? And Criana and I just kept
Yes.
joking he
Just kept
was.
saying
Okay.
he was naked.
Yes. As you see the sun set to the west.
Nice.
All right. Arthur, you had something you wanted to do, body.
Yeah, so I think it would make sense, especially because the previous night, he sent a letter to his brother saying, "Hey, so we're not gonna be at that inn anymore, and there's probably a big huge monster near there, so we're gonna be somewhere else. Haven't decided yet." And told him all about the Hydra and all of that. So I would like to send another message, just another letter.
Gotcha. So you just want to run out and...
Yeah, just tell him this is what we had to deal with. We ran into somebody that was an agent of Strahd, and it seems like Strahd opened up this portal. That's what's in the bay. If you need to talk to us, we're going to be at the Emerald Enclave.
Gotcha. Who do you want to send it?
Wait, what? Who do I want to send it? That is a good question. If he can pry himself away from Maggie, he'll go himself.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Eventually, after you tell your story, Maggie would kind of retreat into her notes to categorize everything that she has been told.
Okay.
And
So
you...
while that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna fucking...
Mm-hmm.
Wow, good job.
Wow. Yep. he's gonna try and sneak away.
Oh boy.
I can imagine like Arthur starts quietly slipping away, and then, oh, Arthur, and then like he like
Yeah.
stumbles or like hits a chair or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
What is it?
no, I had a question, but oh, never mind. And she just goes back to writing. Are you going somewhere?
Yeah, I gotta deliver a letter to my brother.
Oh, okay. You have a brother?
Should you be going alone?
Yeah.
Is he a psionic
Maybe.
too?
I don't think so.
I mean,
he.
should you be going alone? What she said.
If anybody wants to come with, that's fine. He's gonna put on a blanket.
Aw.
Oh, baby.
Maggie goes
I mean,
back
it's
to
starting to get dark.
compiling notes.
And he's just gonna mention that his brother is Kip.
She nods. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Hasn't
I'm gonna head over
registered
to the
yet.
palace. I'll be back.
Dulma will put away her violin. I'll come with you.
Okay.
All right. And you both leave and start heading your way towards the palace. About 4 minutes later, Kip?
I knew it.
Yeah, I fucking knew it.
And you guys make your way up, and you get to the fountain. And you see Kai sitting there enjoying the sunset.
Hello. Arthur's gonna wave at Kai.
She'll give a small wave back.
You enjoying yourself?
She kind of thinks back to the scene that took place earlier and goes, yes, actually, it is quite relaxing. What brings you out here?
Letter to my brother.
Oh, I will wait here, she says, looking towards the guards.
Okay. Don't get too cold now. He's gonna start approaching a guard.
All right. You approach two guards that are on patrol, and as you approach them, one of them says, "Hail, citizen. It's getting late. Do you have business here?"
I was wondering if somebody could deliver this to my brother.
They look at each other.
He's inside, probably.
And
Um,
who's...
Yeah, Dulma leans over and in Elvish she says, "He left with Celine, remember?"
Oh.
Oh no, wait.
Might.
He wasn't there for that, was he? No, he was.
Arthur was there for
He
that,
was
yeah.
there for that. Yeah.
He might actually. He might still be with Celine somewhere, but I was hoping you could maybe leave this at Kip's door or something.
Lady.
Late what?
Lady Celine.
Oh. Lady Celine. Yeah.
And they look at each other. You're Kip's younger brother?
Yeah.
You can see the resemblance, can't you? Dulma puts an arm around his shoulders.
There's no resemblance.
There is no resemblance.
From the distance, you just hear Kai go, "Look at the butt!"
Look at the big muscles.
Look at the
Asshole.
muscles.
Look at those glutes.
And one of them goes, "I heard his brother was in town. Well, what was your name again?"
Arthur.
Arthur. I will take this, and I will deliver it to the palace, and I will make sure that Kip receives it. If you make me a promise.
Huh?
I have spent 25 years in the services of the guard. 10 years in the service of the Palace Guard. I have sacrificed everything, including a child, to protecting the city because of one spectacular woman. And I would appreciate it if you would remember to pay her the respect due to her.
Oh,
Wow, someone's salty that they get minimum wage.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Ah, fuck, she doesn't know shit. Never mind.
I mean, he seems very sincere. He doesn't seem angry. He just seems very sincere.
Yeah, he's just gonna say, "Sorry, I haven't really interacted with her, but my parents always call her Auntie Celine. So, I'll try and do that in the future."
He nods. I will make sure your brother gets this when he returns. Have a pleasant
Thank
day,
you.
Arthur.
You too. He's gonna just fucking leave.
Before they go, Dolma's gonna go over to Kai. Are you not coming back to the Enclave?
Oh, I will be back in the Enclave. I was just watching the sunset.
I see. Well, you should probably at least take someone with you next time.
She'll kind of tilt her head to the side. I will consider it. Thank you for your concern.
Dolma frowns at her a little bit, pauses, and then shakes her head. We'll be back there.
I will be there soon.
And she'll catch up with Arthur.
He's
Well,
not walking very fast.
After
Yeah.
Dalma gets out of reach, Kai, like a little frown just kind of pops on Kai's face, but she'll go back to watching the sunset, and then when the sun is done, she'll head back to the Enclave.
Gotcha. All right.
It's not a particularly far walk, right?
15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Kind of
Will
have
the
to go
sun
around
set
the
by then?
cliff.
Sure. I mean, you still have like nautical twilight. You can still see, but the sun would be below the horizon, below the wall at least.
Arthur's gonna do something really weird when he gets to the Enclave. He's going to go inside the gate, go off to the open field where there were a bunch of cats, and just flop down.
Aww,
Lay
Arthur.
in the
That
grass
doesn't
for a
seem
while.
entirely
No.
weird. That seems like a normal person thing
That's
to do when,
Yeah.
when there's a bunch of cats.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that's called physics. All right.
That is
Uh,
called
Fine.
cats are fluffy.
fair
are.
enough. Fair enough, Arthur. You go and lay down. It's been a long day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For those of you who remain behind, after about 20 minutes or so, Maggie would have picked up her notes and started, moved to the corner of her room and very quietly whispering, Ashu, you wouldn't need to roll for this. Or Eaton Ty, you can roll Arcana if you'd like. If you would pay attention or care.
What?
Yeah, it's fine. She seems to be whispering somatic words and making verbal gestures of like casting a spell without actually casting it, and she just does it over and over and over and over. Actually, Ty, you would know. Ashu, go ahead and roll me Arcana. It's not a hard check, but roll me Arcana.
I'm going to use my proficient little star thingy.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. She appears to be practicing Firebolt over and over and over without actually casting it.
Ty knows this?
You've seen enough people fire off a Firebolt before.
All right.
Hey, you rolled well. What can I tell
I
you?
know. I'm surprised by that too.
The rest of you make your way back. Arthur, you lay down amongst the cats. Hang on. Cat check. Yep, they pretty much ignore you like cats do. They tend to want to be somewhere around, but not because you're there, but just because they choose to be there at that moment.
Yes, like
Let's
cats.
be real, Squee. There's at least 5 who are all up in his business.
But only because they want to be, not because they're curious.
No, there are some cats who are like, pet me. And only
yeah.
pet me.
Not
yeah.
mine. Well, that's not true.
No.
If I go to sleep. Only if I go to sleep.
Finn.
So Squee
Doma?
wasn't here when you explained your cat thing, Criana.
Oh shit! Oh yeah. Okay. So hang on, Squee. I figured out Ardenfell. So get ready to rewrite your entire plan that you have because
My pen is at the ready.
Okay, so I'm currently cat sitting my cousin's cat, who's a very sweet girl. She loves belly rubs, which is weird for a cat. She hasn't bit me. She's very affectionate, basically the exact opposite of what you described about a cat. And her name is Finn. So guess which bitch found Finn? I just gotta ask her. Finn, come over here. Where's Jarek? Finn. So get ready to just end the game. Probably just end it like right here. Hang on. Get Finn over here. She's on my bed right now. She's looking at me. But she's also kind of chunky, and I don't think she wants to get up.
All right. Well, pack it in, boys and girls. I guess next campaign is Star Wars.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
Bring back the gunk droid.
Oh, I miss him so much. All right. So many things the audience doesn't know. I have to stress to you guys, like the audience in general, D&D is like my thing. I'm in so many games that you guys never see. That's why I know saber-tooth tigers don't eat humans. Dolma, you had a plus sign. Yes. What? They have very large incisors. It makes it difficult to talk.
Oh my god. You're gonna kill me. Right, so I was just gonna say, should I roll an animal handling for her dancing lights? Laser pointers?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah!
They dance to your lights.
Aww.
Oh my god, you know what? She's probably like playing a little tune on her violin and making the dancing lights actually dance and having the cats dance after them. It's amazing.
Aw, yeah.
Nice.
This is her entertainment.
And theirs. It's win-win.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
These
And
cats
my
are gonna
entertainment.
pass out
Win,
after
win,
this.
win.
Is there anything anyone would want to do before you all bed down for the night?
Yes.
Yes, Ashu.
Okay. I do as well, but I'll let
Okay,
you go first.
gotcha. Ashu.
So Shu's going to be when Arit has anything that resembles a small animal, Ashu's going to get quite interested.
I see.
And go, that's fast. Did you pick that up from anyone, or did you just start doing that on your own?
He raises an eyebrow, looks over to you. Well, my dad taught me most of it.
He liked to make little animals.
Not as much anymore. He's more of a painter now when he gets the time.
What? Just an odd question. Was he ever on a boat with a very peculiar being on a wind elemental?
He stops mid-carve, slowly turns his head. He cannot hide the confusion on his face. Squinting eyes, brows furrowed. You can pretty much gather from his expression that it's probably a yes.
She waits for whatever reaction might come from this.
After what feels like a minute to you, he puts down what he was carving, still looking at you, and goes, "All right, what do you want from this conversation? What do you know?"
Damn bloodsucker.
Oh, it's more of I wanted something to tell you. I actually met your father.
He still looks confused.
I was
Ben.
on the boat.
He looks off into the distance past you for a moment, as if trying to recall something. The stories that he has heard. He comes to a realization, looks back. What the fuck?
Ori, in your mind, so your old man was telling the truth?
He can't say anything back. There's like, he's flanked by two people. He just gets a weird expression on his face. You can't tell if he is still confused. You can't tell if he just wants to say something. He just gets a weird expression and remains silent.
What? Is your father hard to get a hold of, or?
No. Gosh, must have been a long time ago.
It was. 30, 20, 25 years?
He squints back at her again. I don't mean to be rude, but how old are you?
Well, I will say this. That is rude. I know you don't. I know you don't mean it, but if you come across anyone else, they hate that question, young and old.
But why? That's such a common question.
It's something about judging someone, and older people rather to be younger, and younger people rather be older, and it's a mess.
It's pretty dumb. But I'll take that into consideration.
Anywho, just between you and me, I'm 70 years old.
You say between you and me, he looks over to Tyburn, who is still probably right next to
She's
him.
fine.
Oh, okay.
Tyburn, I didn't want to interrupt you too. Tyburn is also like sitting there going, what information can I gain from listening in on this?
She has the secret decoder ring, just like us.
Yeah.
So you were there.
I was
heck?
there. It wasn't the best experience. It was only slightly better than the one we're currently in.
What made it worse?
Well,
What, this situation?
I can tell you one thing. The boat situation solved much quicker.
Yo, what the fuck happened? He gets to he was like sitting cross-legged and now he's like getting onto his knees. Like what the fuck happened? He just said that everyone just floated up into the air, choked a little bit, and then fell to the ground. What happened?
Well, one of our other friends that were with us... Well, stops for a moment. We had a small group of people who were investigating, and one of them found a small canister with a wind elemental on it. In it. Through it? I don't know how wind works. Anyway.
I know a lot of things, but I don't know how wind works.
The demigoddess is an enigma.
How do you
Nope, sorry.
contain wind?
It's just not possible. You can't trap air in a bottle.
I've tried.
It just
Always get
doesn't
out.
work.
There's always a hole somewhere, and if you're alive and you're wind elemental, you should just get right out of it. I don't understand.
Now that sounds like victim blaming.
Bottle goes up, wind goes out. You can't explain that.
Some sort of magic.
Okay,
something, I don't
serious.
know.
Sorry.
Well, basically, the wind elemental was freed, and then the wind elemental was very upset at them, and then killed them.
Does he know what a wind elemental is?
Roll me an Arcana check. With advantage because your dad told you stories.
Should I
Alright.
just roll a regular one?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh!
Whoa.
Ah!
Okay.
I
Okay.
know Nat 20s are the weirdest things.
Right. Alright. Yes, you're aware of what wind elementals are. You've never run into one, but your dad used to talk about a very specific one. The Drow elders have talked about the wind elemental all the time. They're commonly blamed for a lot of blizzards, like, must be wind elementals. You know what I mean? Ty, your chums back over in Coalhaven would summon elementals from time to time to do some task or other, and a few of them would be wind elementals.
So I've met some trapped wind elementals, huh?
Not fans of being trapped.
So she's just grimacing.
Reed has a pondering face, considering all of it. It's like a mystery that was like a part of all his life being solved. He never got the end to that story.
And if you're in the audience and you're wondering what the hell they're talking about, you can actually watch that boat adventure right here on PSYLP/YouTube.com.
Smash that like button!
Smash that like button.
Be careful about that like button.
Don't touch
please
it! Don't touch it!
But please be gentle with that button. It's very sensitive.
It has one of the sexiest characters I've ever created.
Oh, I got shivers running up my spine thinking of Gumfrey being
Why isn't
sexy.
Maggie drawing his ass? That's what I want to know.
That's right.
Oof. She hasn't had the privilege to meet him yet.
I know.
Soon.
Someday. He's got a store nearby, I hear. Alright. Please continue.
I forgot where we were at.
We're talking about the end of the story, talking about wind elementals killing people and going over, being released.
Squee was describing how Glass knows, and then he was going to describe how Ty knows.
No, already did.
Ty, yeah,
Yep, that's been done.
he did that.
Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot.
Sorry, before I started chilling for the channel, you were, Glass, or Allie, you were talking about how everything suddenly makes sense.
Thank you.
And, like, everything is sort of falling into
All the
place.
pieces are falling into place.
Sparkles appeared around your eyes.
He is a source. He is a sorcerer. That can just happen. Yeah, he's just sits there pondering for a little bit. Then he looks over to his shoe. Suddenly he looks very excited. Wait, what was he like?
Oh, well, I would have loved to have actually met him a little longer. But I was in a cell for most of my trip.
You've been in jail?
Lots of jails.
Are you branded?
Most of the time it gets towards the execution phase until basically anyone who's actually any higher up asks what I've done and immediately then tells the other people to stop trying to execute me, and then I'm on my way. Rinse and repeat
Oh.
for most of my life.
Yeah,
You're
Ty.
not being arrested for crimes.
Yeah, Ty. You would realize that people who are going to get executed, they don't really bother with branding.
Yeah. I mean, the point of branding is to get out of the execution,
Right.
too.
But hey, on the bright side of Shoe, you've never been branded.
Hooray!
Yeah.
I only have to worry about my life every other year.
That's it.
Don't have a giant T. Oops.
Well, from what I remember from him, fairly subdued. Liked to give gifts. She ponders for a bit. Really, a lot of people had these carvings that were later found out that that your father may have made. Got that information from Comfrey, I think his name was.
Comfrey, why is it
Comfrey?
Yeah, Comfrey.
Ty is generally pointing, as if that means anything.
Pointing at what?
Distance.
To Comfrey himself. Off in the distance.
Comfrey tracker.
Riding a giant eagle.
Somebody say Gumfrey!
Oh my gosh, hide me.
Yeah, you had to say his name.
A bright light shines from the sky as he descends.
Oh, I almost had cranberry ginger ale go through my nose. Okay, yeah, we should probably start wrapping up.
Yes, I have one thing I'd like to do before the session ends. Burn, if you need to get going, by all means, of course. But if you want to stick around, it shouldn't take too much longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. Either way, dude. I don't know. It's late. I just wanted to skip ahead just a little bit. Everyone kind of beds down for the night.
Well, I still want to do something first.
Oh, sure. Yes.
Ty, once this conversation ends with a read and a shoe, she's gonna go up and she's gonna start writing up a letter, probably in thieves' cant or some kind of code that Eric would understand, but not just straight up common.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially just writing up a letter to Erica, like, this is everything that's gone on.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Gotcha.
And maybe doing like a brief thing of like, oh yeah, I kind of offered to help this innkeeper out. Do you have any suggestions on how I can do that to help fix his inn?
Gotcha. How much detail do you go into, or do you pretty much just tell him straight up?
It's Ty.
Yeah.
It is very blunt.
Mm-hmm.
It is maybe too blunt involving the whole Fulma thing, since Eric probably does remember Fulma.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. It's optimistic about Fulma.
Gotcha.
No body, not dead, but
And how would you like to send said letter?
via mail, I guess the next day?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's plenty of messengers that you can pay to send it, but generally you'd have to wait till the next day. But you write it out, sand it, let it dry, get it ready.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. I think it's fair enough to say that you have like a written form of thieves' cant between you and Eric.
Yeah.
Okay. You would all be shown to rooms that are simple but comfortable. They each have a bed and a wash basin, not a bathtub, but like a small tub. I don't know what else to call it, but you know what I mean, a wash basin.
Right.
And you all eventually drift off to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Except for maybe Kai, because that doesn't seem to be her MO.
What time are we at?
We're skipping ahead a bit. We'll say nighttime, 9, 10.
She's probably still awake.
Gotcha. Ty,
Mm-hmm.
you're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And does Ty dream a lot?
Probably.
Okay. So Ty has lots of dreams. Pleasant ones or not pleasant ones?
As much as I would like to say they're pleasant, they're probably not.
Right. Fair enough. You find yourself in what looks to be a gambling den, but a lavish gambling den. Carpets of crimson and gold on the floor, pillars of blue marble reaching up to the sky. All around you, people dressed in silks and satins, gambling and throwing money around. Except, when you look around, you notice something odd. One person walking around in fairly simple clothes. Dark leather pants, a white loose shirt, brown hair pulled back in what looks to be a tight braid, elf ears pointing out. She's just walking around looking at everyone, not gambling.
This is the interesting figure, not the people who are just spending their money for the sake of fun and is just gonna follow the leather panted lady.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do,
Uh-huh.
do, do, do.
You start following her around, and she stops suddenly. Slowly turns around and looks at you. What? What? Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
What are you doing here?
This is my dream.
How did you even get here?
I went to bed.
No, that's not. Who are you?
Emery Tyburn.
Emery Tyburn. Emery Tyburn, what are you doing in my realm?
Your realm?
I did not invite you. Why are you here?
Apparently you left the door open.
I don't leave the door open, Emery Tyburn. Tymora, he's more careful than that. What are you doing in my realm? How did you even get here?
I went to bed. I fell asleep. And I was having this weird dream where I'm now being yelled at.
You're telling me... Wait. Are you some sort of priestess of hers that I haven't heard about? I'm gonna
Think
assume
I'm a
that's a
priest.
no. She kind of says it that outburst. A wizard?
Got no match to speak of.
So you want me to believe that you just went to sleep and somehow found your way into Tymora's realm? And she has like that look, like her arms crossed. Her face has that look of utter disbelief.
Should I actually roll a religion?
Yes, please.
Because Tamora is technically kind of a rogue's goddess.
Mm-hmm.
So just regular religion?
I'll let you do with advantage if you think there's a fair chance that she would know.
Rogue.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Roll with advantage.
14.
You've heard of Tymora. She's the goddess of luck. Never really went much into religion.
Nope. Why do you keep saying that name?
I'm sorry, have you not been listening? You are in her realm!
Why would I be in a goddess's realm?
I'm trying to find that out. She actually has her hands up. Did you piss someone off? Did they throw you here as some sort of
a
joke?
lot of people off.
No, that's not it. And then she just kind of looks up. Why? Why? Is this you? Are you doing this to me? Is this what this is?
Ty's gonna look up.
You don't see anyone. Fine. Emery Tyburn. You can call me Rogue.
Of course that's your name.
Of course that's my name. So, you find yourself in an auspicious moment. You...
I don't know what that means.
Of course you don't. You find yourself, unbidden, unwelcome, and unexpected, in the realm of the goddess of luck herself. All these people, everyone you see before you, her clerics and priests, who have earned their way in. You, however, seem to walk right in here as if it was a simple barn.
I would prefer bar, but...
Okay, yes, I admit that's a better analogy. She starts tapping her foot. Fine. I don't understand exactly what's going on here, but fine. Fine, we'll do it that way. I need an offering, Tyburn.
Why?
You don't just walk into a goddess's realm and not give her an offering. Come, and holds out a hand. Now.
Fine, I guess. And she'll just pull out a coin and go, I'll flip you for it. How about that?
Okay. And you flip the coin up in the air. She snatches it from the air. Thank you for your offering. Yes, it's... Do you know where you are?
I expected some respect. Clearly I was wrong.
Thank you for your offering, Tyburn. I think we'll be seeing you. And then she
Maybe
snaps
keep
her...
wearing those pants.
You get to pants. She snaps her fingers, and you wake up.
Okay, where do I wake up, Squee?
So, there's a breeze.
Not weird in a wing goddess's place.
You open your eyes as there's a breeze, and you find yourself on the roof of the house, and something cold on your forehead.
She reaches up and she grabs it.
And you pull down your coin.
Good, I guess you guys aren't all thieves then. And she'll just kind of flip it back into her hand.
It feels different somehow. It's like any other coin. I mean, mostly. But you know almost instinctively that you could pick this out of a bag of 1,000.
I look at the coin, expecting... I'm going to flavor this a little bit myself,
Sure,
Squee.
by all means.
Just going to look at the coin that she kind of carries around for a little bit of good luck, more sentimental than anything. And expecting to see the leadership of Coalhaven on it. That's the country and not the city, right?
Correct.
Yes. The leader of Coalhaven. And instead, it is a woman's face on both sides of the coin that she does not recognize. And this is not what she expected to see.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Well, that was fun.
That was very fun.
I think that's a good place to end the session for this week,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
We end the sessions a lot on Ty doing weird shit.
I kind
Not
of
my
like
fault.
this trend.
Yeah. Not gonna
Kind
lie.
of entertaining that it's Ty's just like Ty's adventure.
Ladies,
Ty's nightly adventure.
Yeah,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, we will not be having a session next week as people will be out of town. So we will see you guys maybe the week after?
Next week.
Yeah, I think so. Next week. Until then,
Good night.
Sleep well.
Good night.
And then they sure did.
Don't dream about Lady Luck.
Morgan Freeman goes, but they did not sleep well. They did not sleep well at all.
Hey, who the hell are you?